I'm waiting on a few more people. So I haven't seen the movie yet, but I was laying here in my bed and I saw part of the movie when they, I guess somebody was saying it was the the beginning of the movie, and Michael was getting his ass beat. And I saw before I saw that, I see all this Jackson 5 stuff is coming up on the internet because of the movie. And then before I saw that, I saw when a reporter was asking Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson, they say, uh, Michael said he's afraid. He was used to be afraid of you, and he would throw up and uh, get sick. When he would be around you. And Joe Jackson said, well, he got sick and got sick all the way to the bank. Joe Jackson's ugly motherfucking ass should have been arrested. He should have been put in jail for child abuse. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about, oh, it made Michael a better person. I don't give a fuck. That's just like saying a slave master beating a slave, saying, "Oh yeah, well we'll beat him. We'll beat him to we'll get them to where we want them to be." It does not make it right, and that slavery mentality, beating a child, if it's like a child. My father beat the fuck out of me when I was young. You think that made me better? No, that only made me hate my father, my stepfather. It made me hate him, and Michael Jackson probably did hate his father. That's why he wanted to get on his own and do his own thing because of the way his father treated him. Anybody who agrees with what Joe Jackson did is sick in the head. To beat a motherfucking child to where they to think that you're gonna beat because first of all, if Michael Jackson had the gift that he had, if Michael Jackson gave him if the Lord gave Michael Jackson the gift that he had, Joe didn't have to beat him. Now, which one was it? Did God give him the gift or Joe Jackson gave him the gift? We can't, both of them didn't give him that gift that Michael Jackson had came from God. You cannot, anybody who's sick in the head to tell me that, if he hadn't beat him, he wouldn't have been the way he was. You're sick. You're sick in the head if you think it's okay to beat a child. I don't even want to see the movie now. Don't want to see it. Don't care about it. Don't want to see it. Well, that was a part of their life. That's what happened. I don't care. I don't want to see it. Anybody who agrees that it was okay for Michael Jackson to have his ass beat, well, hell, did he beat Katherine like that too? Did he beat any of the other children like that too? Now, if a young guy sees that now and said, "Oh, well, I'm gonna beat my kids like Joe Jackson did," the fuck? And if I had, my stepfather is dead now. Thank God we got all this stuff situated before he left here. Because if I could have unalive my stepfather when I got older, I would have unalived him for what he did to me. If I could have gotten away with it, I would have done that. But he's dead now. Because you don't beat children. Sure, it's just like, you're beating someone that's smaller than you. You're beating somebody that can't take up for themselves. That's a punk. That's a sorry ass man. Joe Jackson was a sorry ass motherfucker. He was sorry to beat your child. Think you beating the talent into him. No. The boy was scared of you. Of course he gonna get it right because you had him scared and throwing up. Same things that happened with the slaves. The slaves were scared. They was barely scared to move because of what the master was going to do to them. But Joe Jackson he should have been arrested. If I was Michael, when I got older, I would have pressed charges against him for child abuse, and the Catherine, her ass, sit up there and let it happen. Her ass needs to be arrested. But my mama told my stepfather, hit him again, because it's either going to be me you just got blocked from my life. Yeah, that's when I feel to be blocked. Yeah, how did that feel? My mama told my stepdaddy, you got a choice. It's between him and me, or you hit him again. Not hit, but beat him again. You got a choice. And he made the right decision and never beat me like that again. At 3 and 4 years old, 5, beating a child, come on, man. That's fucking child abuse. And if it's a child out there that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they've been getting beat since they've been beaten, if they've been getting beat since they was that young, I would approve them unaliving their parents. Because no child deserves that. I don't give a fuck how much you beat a child. That's not gonna make them no better child because you beat the hell out of them. That's fucking crazy. For somebody to even think some shit like that. I don't even want to see the movie. Don't want to see it. I already know the Jackson story. I know all about it. I know everything that happened. And Catherine, you should have stopped that shit a long time ago. You sit up there and you the one to let it happen. God gave Michael a talent. He gave him a gift, and you whooping him to not bring that out of him. That if the God gave him that, then it was gonna happen regardless if you beat him or not. So Joe Jackson was trash. Catherine, you were trash for sitting there watching it and letting it happen. I'm sure eventually she stepped in or whatever, but no, any woman who sits back and let their husband beat their children, first of all, it shouldn't even be a first time. Catherine, you just as guilty as he was for letting that man. First of all, he abused you in the relationship by sleeping with all these other goddamn women, and you put up with this shit. And then you can go around, let him beating your children and shit, girl, please. And you call yourself a Jehovah's Witness. You might need to go back to the Kingdom Hall, Miss Thing, and read that book again, honey. Or you might want to go to some other type of church, because I'm sure the Kingdom Hall wasn't gonna go for that. I know people who went to the Kingdom Hall and they don't agree with all that beating your children and whooping your children and stuff. I don't care what nobody said. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. Well, Joe made Michael. No, he did not. No, he did not. He did not make Michael. He had Michael scared. Michael had him in it the whole time. He had it in him the whole time. he had him scared to death. Michael said he was gurgitating. He gurgitated all the way to the bank. What kind of that? If that ain't an abuser, sound like some abuser. My mother said my stepfather was. They got their asses beat, and so my father did that to us because he thought that was the way you're supposed to treat your children. If they had shit, if this shit had been going on this in these days of time, my daddy would have been arrested and my mama would have been arrested for letting me getting away with that shit. I wish the fuck I would be a woman and let a man beat my motherfucking kids that came out of my vagina. No, baby, me and you finna fight. Me and you getting ready to fight. You not finna fight something that came out of me. Is you crazy? You ain't finna beat nothing that came out, and you ain't gonna talk crazy. You ain't finna talk crazy to my motherfucking kids either. That came out of me. Y'all women be letting these goddamn men get away with a whole lot of shit because you want the dick. But baby, no man needs to be abusing a woman. No man needs to be verbally abused by a woman should be verbally abused by a man, and a woman should ever let a man beat their kids. And I mean push them, hit them upside the head, anything like that. If you don't know how to talk to your children, well, these kids are bad nowadays. Well, a lot of it starts at a young age, you know. But you think just because you beat them, that's going to make them mind you? Hell no. You know how many whoopings and beatings I got? I still turned out to be a good kid. I didn't go to prison, never been to jail, never got on drugs, not an alcoholic. But I turned out to be a pretty good person. I don't know if my stepdaddy was trying to beat. See, here's another thing. Maybe everybody said that Michael was gay when he was young, right? They said he was gay. They said Michael was gay. Maybe he did what I thought my stepfather was doing to me. I always said I thought my stepfather was beating me because I was gay. I was a feminine little guy. I to this day, I don't know. He dead now. I can't ask him because I wasn't his child. So it could have been them two things. He probably mad because I wasn't his child. Mad because my daddy wasn't stepping up doing his part. And then he beat me because I'm feminine and gay, and he beat me because I ain't his child. It could have been both of them. But anybody who praises Joe Jackson saying, yeah, somebody left a comment saying, oh yeah, Joe Jackson made Michael Jackson. You's a motherfucking liar. He made him mad. He made him mad and upset and made him want to get away from him. That's what he made Michael. He made Michael hate him. He made Michael want to get away from him. He made Michael want to go and be his own. So I said it, and I ain't gonna take it. Joe Jackson was a monster. He was a dirty, trashy old man. He cheated on his wife more than once. He wasn't no good. He was sorry. He beat his children. What kind of fucking example is that? That's no example for a black man. Sorry, bastard. Sorry, bastard. That's what he was. Not Joe Jackson, but he was sorry, Joe Jackson bastard. I saw the beginning of that movie. That pissed me off. I don't even want to watch the movie now. I could care less about that movie because we already know what he did. We already know what Joe Jackson did to them Jackson 5 boys. I don't know if he whooped the girls like that or not, but he beat the boys like that. I'm sorry. God gave Michael that talent, not Joe. It was already in him. You can't tell me that you can't be nice to your children to get something out of them. What makes you think you got to beat a child to get something out of them? And Joe, was you beating him because you needed him to help y'all financially because your bitch ass didn't have enough money to take care of all them motherfucking kids that you had? It wasn't Michael Jackson's fault that you fucked her and had all them goddamn kids. That was your fault. You put all them bills on yourself, not you and Katherine, not Michael. It could have been a whole bunch of things that was made Joe upset. You know, I'm sure it was hard back then. Well, you had all them goddamn kids. You brought that on your own. Michael had these kids that come into the world, they have nothing to do with what you got going on before they get here. And you don't need to blame them for nothing. All you need to do is nourish them, treat them like the kids they are, and try to train them up the right way. Now, when they get older and they start disrespecting you, there you can pop their motherfucking ass. Hit them upside the head or whatever. I'm talking about when they get 18 and get grown and they talk back to you. Yeah, then y'all can, punch it out. But until then, no, them kids don't ask to be here. Mm-mm. No, Joe don't need to be praised. He don't need to get the victory and the glory behind Michael Jackson's fame and glory. It was God that gave him that. What God gave Michael what he had, not Joe. Beating the fuck out of somebody does not make them a better person. And anybody who thinks that is sick in the head. And Joe had the nerve to say, "Oh, like I told y'all earlier," he said on the show, he said he was scary looking in the movie. I'm sure Joe was a handsome guy when he was younger. That's why him and Katherine had all them damn kids. And then wasn't it Marlon that had a twin brother that died? I think it was Marlon's twin brother died. Yeah. Michael was called. That was his calling. That was his calling. God had his hand on his life to be who he was. And Joe Jackson thought it was because of him that he was a girl by. I don't believe in hell, but I hope if there is one, I hope he rots in hell. I hope he burns to where he can't burn no more ever again. I hope he just burn up and scream and holler like Michael was screaming and hollering when he was beating the fuck out of him. It just pissed me off when I saw that a while ago. Anyway, I just got that out of my system. I'll be back for the show tonight. Yeah, I'll be back for the show tonight. I was gonna do a lunch breakfast this morning. I was gonna talk about Dale Whisper, but I didn't, so it'll be my number one subject tonight. Who was scary? Who was scary? Are you talking about Katherine was scared? Mm-hmm. Women need to stand up to these sorry ass men that whoop your children. Turn their ass in. If you're scared of the man, record their ass, and then turn their ass into the jail, to the police, and then they'll get arrested. Then you pack your shit and you leave. If you get in a situation where a man is abusing you and your children, and you get a chance to leave, I think God will protect you. I'm sure He's gonna protect you. He don't want you in no relationship like that. God does not want nobody in no bad relationship like that. Anyway, no, I don't want to see the movie now. This shit just pissed me off. I don't want to see it. Oh. Anyway, for all of those who are watching and those who are interested in going on a cruise, I just want to tell everybody, thank you so much for those who paid their deposits today, which we had like 2 people paid the deposit today, but there was 4 people, maybe more. I think it was like 7 or 8, 4, 5, 6, or 8 who paid the 25. So thank y'all. Starting to come together. My family in Houston, Conroe area, they going. There's like 20 of them, so I'm excited about that as well. So, this is what I was going to tell everybody that's going on a cruise. If I have enough people, we're gonna do a brunch that Sunday. Well, we're gonna do a brunch. Wait a minute. So when do we come back? Okay, we leave on this. No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yeah. If we get enough people, I'm gonna try to have a. I was thinking we come back on a Sunday. Let's see. We leave on a Sunday. See Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No, we come back on a Friday. Yeah. So anyway, so our the people who's going on the cruise, we're gonna probably do the show the day before we come back. The day before we come back, or I got to figure out what would be a good day to have it because everybody might be tired the day before it's time to come back. So I may do it. If it's a 6-day cruise, this is Saturday. We leave Sunday, Monday. I'll probably do it that Tuesday. Yeah. I'll probably do it that Tuesday. Another thing, all right, so next week, sometime either Monday or Tuesday, the tickets, I'm excited about this. The tickets will be going on sale for my comedy show in Atlanta. We need to sell out. We did sell 250 seats. We will sell out. They're only $40 for general seating, and I think that's pretty damn good because, I think that's pretty good. $40 for general seating. VIP, we hadn't figured that out yet. I'll figure that out once I go to Atlanta. Yeah, so the 200 seats, we got to sell those like ASAP. Soon they go on sale, grab them. Let's get them sold. I do have some tickets I'm going to give away, but that'll be at the last minute. The VIP seating will be right up in the front, like you can touch me and say, "Hey, PT." That's going to be. We give those prices later. No more than $60, maybe $70. And you do get something with the VIP. You do get something with the VIP. And it is a Sunday. It is a brunch. We're gonna get the brunch menu together when I go to Atlanta the last weekend and Memorial Day weekend. We're gonna get with the brunch, and then I'm gonna show you guys the location. I'm gonna go live, and it's a beautiful place. I mean, I'm just getting teary eyed thinking about it. Seeing everybody in there, it's packed, and it's gonna be sold out. I have no doubt in my mind, and it's gonna be nice. People are gonna come. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna have a good time, and you know what? When it's sold out and it is a success, I'll do it next year for my birthday again because I love this place. The place is so fucking nice. It is so fucking nice. You got your own elevator, you got your own bathrooms for men and women. You have your own patio. Now there are steps that you can go up, and if you're in a wheelchair, there is an elevator for those who might be disabled, whatever. So yeah. So when I go to Atlanta, the end of the month of May, I will do a full video. I'm actually gonna probably get in drag and do a little skit, tell everybody, get your tickets now, That's 3 months. Even then, you got 3 months. Well, actually, if I start selling tickets next week, you still got, that's almost 4 months in advance for you to grab a ticket and come. There's so many people in Atlanta and the Alabama area and Tennessee area that could come. Y'all that live in that area, y'all can come. You ain't that far from Atlanta, whore. Bring your ass on. Now, and I was like, come here, come there, come here. Let's see how this Atlanta trip goes, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, I will see y'all later, okay? I'll talk to y'all later for the show tonight. See you soon. If you do want the flyer for the cruise, you have to text me at 972-885-8492. 972-885-8492 if you would like the flyer for the cruise, which is Martin Luther King weekend. I have a dream. See y'all later on this evening. What time is the show? Anywhere between 9:30 and 10. Goodbye.